Good morning. I hope we are good. We are in the book of Jonah, chapter 2. Ne? The Bible tells us that God provided a big fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the big fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And it also tells us that Jonah started praying his way out of the belly of the fish. Jonah started praying his way out of the belly of the fish. There is something here. Jonah knew that I can't fight this situation. I'm inside the belly of the big fish. And I can't walk out. I can't just stand up and say, let me walk out. I can't, And he knew that here I just have to humble myself. I need to pray and ask God to deliver me. I need to pray and ask God to show himself and take me out of this situation. So there are situations that we find ourselves in life, situations that will humble us, situations that at times we have put ourselves in those situations. But God is able to deliver us, just like Jonah. Jonah, had he listened, again, as in the belly of the fish. But then we learn that he started praying. And verse 10 tells us that, and God commanded the fish to vomit Jonah out. So I want to say there is power in prayer. There is power in the words that we speak. There is power. So once you find yourself in situations, you need to pray and ask God to deliver you, because there is nothing that God cannot do. There is no situation that is above God, And I once heard this preacher saying, you cannot fight the battles of life in silence. You cannot be quiet. You need to pray. You need to speak. The ways that we speak with our mouth concerning our situations, concerning our lives, are very powerful. So Jonah knew that here I need to pray myself out of this situation. He knew that I can't die. You need to refuse to die in some situations. You need to refuse to die in sin. You need to refuse to die in poverty. You need to refuse to die in difficult times and say, God, please deliver me. Take me out of this situation. We learned that God commanded this big fish to spit out Jonah. So I want to say that there is nothing that God cannot do. There is no situation that God cannot deliver you from. We just need to humble ourselves. We just need to surrender. We just need to say, hey, God, I give more. Here, give and God is so faithful to deliver us. He did it for Jonah. Jonah, had he listened to God, he wouldn't be in that situation. There are situations that had we listened, we would not find ourselves in those situations, but God is able to deliver us. Shalom.